What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Sidelined NBA edition. We're here like we are every Wednesday at noon to break down and discuss the current state of the NBA. I'm your host, Matt Sampson. Before we get started, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, send a link, do all that good stuff. Joining me today is my good friend T. T, what's going on?
Hanging in there. Long day at work. Let's get right into it.
Let's talk some hoops. Unfortunately, Sam won't be with us today.
Health and safety protocols.
We had to let Sam go. There was a sexual misconduct. Not going to get into it at the office. No, Sam's in Maryland. Wish him well. Thoughts and prayers to Sam. All right. First topic today. This is very relevant. A lot of news about this. Luka Doncic and the Dallas Mavericks. The Mavericks have been terrible lately. They're actually, if it started today, they would be outside of the play-in tournament. And Luka Doncic has been expressing a lot of frustration. He had a press conference. He said he's not having fun playing basketball. He's fed up. He cited things in his personal life, on the court. What's up with Luka and the Mavs?
I mean, plain and simple, this team just does not play fucking defense.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, the Mike D'Antoni Rockets, they were all based on three-pointers, no center. Let's try and outscore everybody. And the best they got was the Western Conference Finals. And this team made it to the Western Conference Finals last year. Mm-hmm. They didn't bring Brunson back, and it screwed them in the ass. And now look at them now. They're scoring 130 a game, but they're giving up 140 a game. And Luka's the worst transition defensive player in the league because he's standing there looking like this at the official instead of while this guy is finishing a layup on the other end of the court. So, really, this team just, I mean, I don't even know at this point. They should hit some flyers on the free agent market and try and get people who actually want to play defense.
I was going to say, dude, they're kind of fucked. Like, when they made that Kyrie trade, it was a high reward, but, like, high risk.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it seems like the risk is not paying off. I don't want to, like, blame it on Kyrie, but, like, and I don't think it's all his fault, but, dude, he's kind of like a team killer.
Yeah, he's a drama queen.
Dude, he goes to Boston, right? We make the Game 7 of Eastern Conference Finals. Next year, we fall way off. He goes to fucking Brooklyn. They suck. That blows up there. Now he goes to the Mavericks. Not that the Mavericks were great this year, but they were what? Oh, before we got there, like 5, 6 seed?
Yeah.
Now they're out of the playoffs. I don't know, dude. I just feel like he's just such a fucking prick.
One thing with Kyrie is that I feel like he just needs to be on a team that isn't big in terms of like media and spotlight, because when he was in Cleveland, I mean, obviously he was the second fiddle to LeBron.
Yeah.
But Cleveland's not a big media town,
not
and
market.
So you send him to Boston where it's all about, oh, you need to win championships or you suck. And then they sent him to Brooklyn, New York, all the spotlight on him, and Dallas is the same thing. It's not that big of a media place compared to New York or LA, but it's still very high and there's always people watching. So I don't know. I think this team's done. I don't think they're going anywhere.
Nowhere.
I think they just keep falling, and I don't think they're gonna fix it anyway. So yeah, that's all I really have to say about them. I mean, I'm surprised they haven't started vouching for the AI officiating because
we get
they got a new excuse every night about the freaking officials.
I was gonna say Luka more than anyone in the Mavericks bitch about the refs so fucking much.
Awful.
We'll get into that later. But yeah, dude, I agree with you. Mavericks are a mess and they have a lot to be worried about. Staying out west, LeBron James, the King James returns for the Lakers. They lost to the Bulls the other night. The Patrick Beverley effect happened. But LeBron looked pretty good. He had 19. He looked smooth. First game in a while. And he stated that he went to a couple doctors, but the LeBron James of doctors said he was good to come back. He wanted to get sharp before the playoffs. LeBron gets rolling again. How do you feel about the Lakers?
Well, if LeBron gets rolling, then I will definitely be betting on them first round.
I was gonna say this whole show you've been very optimistic about the Lakers' chances of maybe not making the finals, but making some noise in the playoffs, maybe winning a round.
I could see them definitely making a push into the playoffs. I mean, I hate to say on Sunday, I did place a bet and I had the Lakers in it, and I placed the bet on Saturday night, and then I wake up. I see LeBron's doubtful, and then later in the day I see, oh, he's playing, so I immediately think, oh, okay, they're playing the Bulls. And then little did I forgot. I started hearing more and more about how the Bulls are 8-4 since they got Pat Bev. They're now I think they're 9-5.
They're in the
They
play-in
lost because
as
they
of
lost to
today.
the Clippers. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to take him a couple games to get his legs back. But they've also been without D'Lo, and that's almost 20 points per game. I think that's going to make another big difference.
That's 20 and 10 every game.
But yeah, I think once this team is all put together, I mean, Jared Vanderbilt's going to guard the best team's other player, and they can definitely make a push.
Dude, I'm with you. I'm fucking done gambling, dude. I lost $200 on fucking Alabama. They can't beat fucking San Diego State. It's stupid. I'm done. College basketball is fucking stupid. They don't hit open shots. The refs suck. I'm stupid. Sorry. I was just thinking about that. Fucking dumb. I agree with you, dude. I think the Lakers could definitely. I mean, you're telling me in the play-in they can't beat the Thunder, or one of these teams. If the Warriors have to go on the road, they suck on the road. And then depending who they get first round, dude, I could definitely see the Lakers making some noise. You're right. Ever since they made those moves, they've been better, and they really haven't had LeBron for the majority of that. So if he's going, and like we're saying, Lakers making that playoff push, so I'll take it to the conversation here. LeBron's window, right, and like the Lakers window.
Mm-hmm.
How many more years of LeBron do you have? You have this year, and what? Maybe 2 more.
I'd say 2 more at least.
And here's the thing, like Anthony Davis is so crucial to that, but like he's like an injury waiting to happen too.
Yeah.
That's why I think like this year is like so important, because you don't know like in the year to like Anthony, is he gonna be healthy, and 2, how's he gonna be playing? Because it seems like he picks and chooses.
He really does. He picks one game. It's almost like he's got mood swings. One game it's like, oh, I don't really feel like playing too hard today, and then the next game he'll drop 40 and 10.
It's the weirdest fucking thing, dude. At the beginning of the season, he stunk. Then he went on this little run when he was like 50 a game, like he was dominating the whole league. Then he sucked again. Then LeBron got hurt. He got resurrected. I don't know what it is with him. Let me ask you, do you think him and LeBron hate each other? Because those are the rumors that are going around.
I don't think they hate each other. I think something with the LA spotlight just fucking, I think it messes up AD, because I don't think LeBron's the issue at all.
Yeah.
I think LeBron just needs to get his legs
LeBron
back
likes the
under him.
limelight. He wants every camera in his face.
He loves the spotlight.
Anthony Davis might be kind of sick of it.
AD might like the spotlight, but he might like it so much that it just gets him away from playing fucking basketball, because, we saw Vucevic get ejected on Sunday, and then I was immediately like, oh, great, we get to watch AD like torch Drummond, and then it was the other way around. I was watching Drummond literally shove him out of the paint every time, get an offensive rebound, then just put it right back in.
That's the thing, dude. If Anthony Davis wanted to be, he could be top 10, top 5 in the league, but he like picks and chooses when he wants to play.
Yeah, it's almost like when he was, it's like we won't see New Orleans AD anymore, because, he's just, oh, I'm in LA, I have everything I want, and I got all the bitches I need.
Maybe it's like he feels validated since they won like the bubble chip. Like, oh, I don't need to put in the work. But like, I don't know, dude. I feel like for them to like really cement themselves, because if they don't win another, like if this is it and they don't make another run, everyone's going to say like that championship was bullshit. It's the bubble ring.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I feel like Anthony Davis has something to prove as much as anyone in the league. But Jesus Christ. All right. This is a big topic. We were texting about this. We wanted to talk about this. Are the refs becoming a problem there? You can see Luka Doncic bitching to the refs, as he always does. Luka is always bitching. Tatum's always bitching. LeBron's been fucking whining his whole career. I fucking cry, baby. T, I want your take, because I know you want to talk about this.
Yeah, I mean, I seriously think, in the next 5 years or so, we could really be looking at all officials being fired. I think everyone hears about the AIs for internets. I think that could be a thing with officiating, because we're seeing it in college basketball tournaments too. People are like, oh, the way the refs have been reffing the game, and then it comes down to the final 2 minutes, they shouldn't have called it based on how they were calling the rest of the game. It's like, how can you tell a ref to change the way they've been calling a game in the last 2 minutes just because it's the last 2 minutes?
I was going to say, I hate my biggest thing with refs is just be consistent. You know what I mean? So people know what to expect. And there was a big call in the Creighton game that might have cost Creighton a trip to the Final Four.
Yeah, I think, too, it's just, if, let's say we had fucking robot officials reffing basketball games from now on.
Sure. That
would eliminate all sort of favoritism that ever existed. We wouldn't have to worry about fucking Scott Foster screwing over the Rockets anymore, screwing over people that he doesn't like. He hates James Harden. We all know that.
I feel like Chris Paul would agree with you.
Oh my God, Chris Paul, James Harden, probably even some of the Warriors.
Probably half the league.
Yeah. But seriously, I think imagine having robot decide where there's no favoritism and it's strict to the book. This is what they see. They call it, it's like, how can people argue with that if it's,
I agree, dude. I think the robot refs would obviously be better because some of these NBA refs are fucking miserable. One thing I would miss though, I just love bitching about the refs.
Yeah, I guess it would be sad because people would be upset about a foul call and it's like, oh, you're gonna look at the robot and yell at him because he's not even gonna look at you.
Yeah, you can't bitch and complain about like Tony Brothers or like Scott Foster. You gotta but you're right, dude. The fact that we know these referees' names, I think, tells you something. You know what I mean? Like we shouldn't. If you're a good ref, we shouldn't know your name.
Yeah.
The only referee I know is the hot woman ref that everyone hits on. She's great. I don't know her name, but
I don't know her name.
Yeah, she's very attractive. So, but I know, when she's reffing, I know.
Yeah.
But she's great. Bleed green. T. Getting to our Celtics. Playing a little better lately. I feel like for the first time we've been doing this fucking show. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, even though they've been playing better, we talked about this last week. It's a big story. Jaylen Brown's future's in doubt. Doesn't sound like he wants to be a Celtic long term. Whether that's he's sick of being the 2 to Tatum. He feels disrespected by the Celtics organization, throwing his name around in trade rumors. What do you think Jaylen Brown's justified in wanting out, or do you agree with him? What do you think?
Well, I do think our last game, made him feel a little better because
big standing applause.
He had a great game last game, and there was no Tatum too, so the spotlight was all on him, and he carried us to a good win. I tried to gas him up after, so hopefully he even opened the Snapchat in the first place. But yeah, they just came off a long road trip. Nobody's gonna if they're going West Coast for freaking 10 games. No one's really expected to go 10-0 and end out and come out perfect from it. So hopefully they're coming back. They're coming back down to earth. Tatum had a nice rest game, and hopefully they can just start ascending towards the playoffs.
I agree. I think what I would tell Jaylen Brown is it's not always better on the other. Be careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
Because, he wants to be the star of the show. He wants to be the guy. He's got a great situation. They're winning, Maybe that's not important to him. Let's say he goes to, an average team, a Midland. Let's say he goes to, Atlanta. So, all right, they trade. You're the guy there. You're the guy in Atlanta. What are you, one and done every year? You know what I mean? You put up your numbers, but, you're just going to be like Tracy McGrady or, Vince Carter. Great players, but never win championships. You know what I mean? Versus you're as good a player as you are, and you win a championship. You're talked about more. Legacy wise, and I feel like it means more. But that's just what I think.
And all love to Jaylen. We all know how much I love Jaylen, but
love you.
There is one knock on Jaylen, and it has always affected him, and it is his dribble moves.
Dude,
he's extremely athletic. He's a good shooter. He's a good free throw shooter, but when it comes down to trying to make an ISO dribble move, half the time he's losing that ball.
I think Luigi Durain has better handles than Jaylen Brown going to the basket.
I wouldn't be surprised because he has Westbrook hands sometimes when he's trying to do an ISO move.
Dude, last year in the playoffs against Miami, it was painful to watch him.
Especially if he wants to go try and be number one somewhere. Dude, you're going to get the number one defender, not the number two defender beside Tatum.
He's a walking turnover sometimes. We love him.
We love him. We love you, Jaylen. But
what's going on? His teammate, Jayson Tatum, the one on the team. He didn't play versus Spurs, but the previous 2 games, he had been a little slow, coming out of the break. He wasn't playing his best basketball. Versus the Kings, he had 36 points. Then they played Indiana. I think he had 34 or something. He's looking like MVP Tatum, and I'm really happy because I was getting a little worried after the break, but it seems like the team and Tatum in particular, Brown as well, kind of finding their footing. They're playing well, and I think they just need a little momentum, get some wins, stack some good games together before the playoffs get going.
Absolutely. Yeah, the Kings and Pacers are 2 great matchups, teams that don't play defense. It'll be perfect for us to get our confidence up and start making some threes. Grant Williams has also came back to earth. He's starting to piss me off because you just never know what you're going to get out of him.
He's ugly too. He's not a great guy to look at.
So, I don't know. It's good to get our confidence going against some bad defense and get the confidence going for the playoffs.
Sometimes you just need a fucking layup game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those Alabama, Georgia, they start off the season versus an Appalachian State.
Yeah.
They kicked 70-0. Just get rolling, get feeling good, get the momentum going. Sometimes you need that. So it's good to see Tatum playing better ball, and hopefully it carries into the playoffs. League watch. Who's been hot around the league? We've talked about this team a lot, T. The Memphis Grizzlies are on a 6-game winning streak. They're 9-1 in their last 10 games. Now, a lot of that was without Ja. Ja's come back. It's been seamless. They've been winning. Me and you, we've been a little skeptical about the Grizzlies' chances in the playoffs, but they are hot. And I think, what I'll say about them, I think home court, I'd say them and the Warriors' home court means the most to them just because of each of their records home court-wise.
Yeah, definitely. I think if Memphis is playing at home, that's a tough place for other teams to win. They're definitely going to miss Brendan Clark in the playoffs because they weren't even playing Steven Adams last playoffs just because other teams would get him on matchups.
Well, Clark's more athletic and he can score a little bit more than Adams.
He can play. He plays the 5 for them in the playoffs. So, I mean, they don't even have Steven Adams back yet. They've been getting huge minutes out of Xavier Tillman and Desmond Bane and Tyus Jones. Those two are playing huge for them.
Jaren Jackson's been pretty good lately, too.
Yeah, absolutely. He's been playing really well.
I was surprised he's an all-star, but he's been scoring. He had 37 the other night. Listen, I wouldn't pick them to win a championship. I wouldn't pick them to win the finals. But maybe they go on a little bit of run. Maybe they make the West Finals. You know what I mean? And maybe they give someone a run for their money. I still think they might be a year away, a player away. But they're an exciting team to watch nonetheless.
Yeah, they are an exciting team. Unfortunately, I think if they get the Lakers round 1, I still don't think I can take them over the Lakers just because I don't see anyone stopping LeBron on their team.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Dylan Brooks, sorry, dude. Maybe if you had 3 inches and 20 pounds.
He's ugly too. A team that's cold. The Trailblazers are ice cold. They're the opposite. They're 1-9 in their last 10. There's Dame Dollar, Nurkic.
Poor Dame.
It's pretty much the Blazers. They're gonna shut down Dame because he's been hurt. He probably could come back if they were competitive. Probably gonna shut him down for the remaining 7 games. They're I think they have the 5th worst record in the whole league for a team that had playoff aspirations. The talk, Portland's kind of irrelevant to Blazers. The only thing that's relevant is Damian Lillard. Do you think Dame should ask out of Portland?
Dame, it's time. You gotta get your ass across the seas. It's time to get to Boston, dude. I don't know why you're wasting your time over there, dude. We got plenty of rappers over here. We'll promote your music too. I don't
come on Sideline.
I think you're just wasting your time over there, dude.
Yeah, we'll promote you on Sideline. Don't worry about it. Listen, I'll pick him up from the airport.
Yeah,
I'll take him out to lunch. Fucking whatever girls.
Dude,
we'll make it happen.
I know a couple of your songs. I'll throw them on the radio.
Listen, I got some friends. We'll get you in. Young. We'll make it happen. No, but dude, I agree with you. I think fucking Damian Lillard, he's put in his time with the Blazers, dude. And I know he's loyal, and I respect him so much for that. But I mean, if he ever wants that ring, he's got to leave now.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, what is he, 33 now?
I was going to say, he's older than you think. He's 33.
He also, obviously he's a shooter too, but I mean, he definitely relies on his athleticism because he tries to get to the rim a lot. So, I mean, how many more years, Dame, can you expect to be playing at this high of a level, especially right now?
If I'm Dame, I either go to the Clippers or I ship Chris Paul out of Phoenix and get Dame in there.
Wow, yeah.
But those are just 2 of them. I mean, obviously, I feel like any team would take him, but I feel like he would fit well on
if he was to get traded to the Celtics, who do you think we'd be shipping back?
Ooh, I mean, that's the good thing. If he did come up, we could give him a great package. Honestly, dude, if Brown's gonna leave, you could just give. I wouldn't do it because Brown's so much younger. Yeah. But if Jaylen Brown goes up to Brad Stevens and says, "I'm leaving," I'm gonna finish up my contract, I'm gone. You could at least you get something back. But if ideally you keep Brown and Tatum, maybe you ship out Smart. I don't know, Smart, either White or Brogdon, a pick, and some other fucking Grant Williams. Maybe that gets it done.
Part of me thinks
I'll trade him time. If they want Time Lord, I'll give him fucking Time Lord because he's always hurt. But
yeah, part of me thinks if let's say we don't win it all this year, and Jalen's unhappy with the team, but he's indecisive about whether he wants to get a trade.
That's when it's
get
tough.
A trade because we can still give him the max. We can pay him more than any other team.
Yeah,
I would have to say goodbye to Time Lord because as much as I love him too, he's always hurt, and he could be a nice young piece for Portland, and he would probably be him, White. I'd probably say Pritchard and Williams too.
Yeah,
because we could easily get a bunch of centers off the market for the minimum deals, and they could fill the void. Hopefully.
No, it's a solid package.
I mean, how much worse could Horford get next year? I mean, he's
I
already old enough, dude. I don't see him falling off a cliff.
I was gonna say you ride it out like another year with Horford. Maybe you bring in a big as well. You know what I mean? You draft someone,
and we'll have Damian Lillard, Jaylen Brown, and Jayson Tatum next year. I mean, obviously, enough about fucking next year, but Dame, stop playing in Portland, dude. It's cold. And they don't take care of you. Besides their contract,
we'll pick you up from the airport. We'll bring you to Moderns. We'll get you some.
We'll show you Logan Express.
Yeah, there you go. We'll show you Dorchester. Beautiful streets of Dorchester. All right, closing time. We got a couple fan questions today. Let's take a look at the first one here. From Deep Sneakers, excellent video. Oh, thank you, Deep Sneakers. Which projected play-in team would be scariest to play against, in your opinion? Wow, what a great question from a great fan. Cool. Me personally, I think I'll give you one from each conference. The East, I'm going Miami.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I think that's a team, dude. I wouldn't be shocked if they knocked off like a Philadelphia or Cleveland. You know what I mean? And they could give even the Celtics.
Jimmy in the playoffs is different.
Seriously, that's a team, a veteran team that could turn it on. Bam out of bye. So I would say Miami. Out west, I wouldn't pick it, but I wouldn't. The Warriors maybe, just because the West is so up in the air, but. You can never count out Steph. I don't think it's going to happen this year. I'd pick Miami, but that's just me.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree with you with Miami. I think they're scariest heading into the playoffs because, I mean, they got Oladipo, Kyle Lowry, Jimmy Butler. Bam's old enough now where he's been in the
They got Hero.
He's got plenty of playoff experience. Hero as well. But in the West, I mean, shit. There's so many teams that
up in the air too.
Decently good. Like I really think
Pelican Zion comes back for the Pelicans.
I forgot about the Pelicans. I was going to say the Thunder, the Warriors, the Lakers, the Pelicans. Like, there's so many teams that I can't even Deep Sneakers. I'm sorry. I can't even give you a solid answer out west. It's just a shit show.
So it is literally a shit show. Deep Sneakers, check back in next week. We'll have another answer.
Maybe we'll have a better answer if someone might get hurt. So
good question. Let's take a look at the second question here. Oh, my God.
Oh. What's going on, boys? Sorry I couldn't make it today. I'm driving to Maryland right now. So my question for you is, which playoff matchup are you most excited to see?
Wow, what a handsome young man. What playoff matchup am I most excited to see, Sam? What a hard-hitting question. Me personally, I'll go with Celtics Bucks. I think those are the two best teams in the league. Maybe Giannis, Tatum, and I feel like every time we play the Bucks in the playoffs, it's a hard fought fucking series. It'd probably go to a game 7, and I think the winner of that series wins the chip. T, what are you going with?
Yeah, I would say either that or the Celtics Sixers, which we'll probably get in the second. Who knows? We might get both of those matchups. We might get Celtics Sixers second round, and then Bucks Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals. So. The Celtics are going to be one of the teams to watch. Them, the Bucks, and probably the Nuggets and the Lakers out west. Warriors too. We'll give them
I will say
shouting respect.
A fun series I'd like to see. I don't know if the Clippers would fold, but if the Clippers decide to turn it on, if they play the Suns,
they've been playing decent without Paul George, which did surprise me.
I feel like that'd be a fun series, dude. Because that's like gamers. You got Hall of Famers in that series: Kawhi Leonard, Russell Westbrook, Paul George, KD, Chris Paul, Devin Booker. Like, you got names.
Yeah, I would love to see Russ and KD go out in a playoff series.
So, I feel like if the Clippers really turned it on, KD comes back, looks good, that'd be a fun series. Just before we wrap up, we just got a little fun segment. Lamar Jackson, dude. Robert Kraft says he got a text from Meek Mill that Meek Mill told Robert Kraft Lamar Jackson wants to be a Patriot. I know what I'm going to say about this. T, what do you make of this?
I was just hearing about this morning. This sounds fucking fabulous. I mean, apparently I'm hearing it's up to Bill.
Good rapper. Fabulous.
Bill, Mr. Belichick. We took a shot on Cam Newton when he was already washed, and now we have Lamar Jackson, who's a better version
26.
of Cam Newton.
He's in his prime.
Sure, we're going to have to pay him the max contract, but I mean, Pat Mahomes won a Super Bowl on the max contract. That's how you win a Super Bowl now. You win on the fucking max contract.
Not my money. Fucking pay him.
Exactly.
What do I give a shit?
Exactly. It's Kraft's money, dude.
He's going to die soon anyway, so just fucking pay him.
This is turning into a Pat segment instead of a Bleed Green segment, but it's fine. I mean,
Go Pats.
if we get Lamar Jackson, I mean, tell me D-Hop wouldn't want to come play with us too.
Dude.
There was already speculation about that. You know, he wouldn't have to worry about freaking inconsistent Mac Jones coming to throw the ball to him. We'd have Lamar Jackson. Those two would probably be arguably the best wide receiver QB combo in the league.
Mac Jones is like peanut butter crackers. It's okay. It's okay. Whatever. Fills a need. Lamar Jackson, dude, that's like crack, dude. That's cocaine. Like, that gets you going. That moves the fucking needle. That gets the people excited.
That's simultaneous clap right there.
Like, you fucking Mac Jones, dude, you're lucky to make the playoffs, and you're going to get waxed by fucking Buffalo or Kansas City in the first round. Lamar Jackson, you get, like you said, D-Hop.
Get you actually excited.
You get a good defense.
Gives you a chance.
Maybe I'd want to watch football on Sundays, you know, instead of fucking looking at my ceiling.
No, maybe I'd want to watch actually the Patriots game instead of fucking Red Zone.
Exactly. Seriously, dude. And fucking you become an instant contender, and fucking he said he wants to come to the fucking pay him. Who cares?
Yeah, I would say
we're gonna die anyway.
If
just
Meek
pay
Mill
him.
tells you that he wants to come to the Patriots, I don't see why you're not calling him on the phone immediately right after.
Yeah, dude, bring in D-Hop.
Especially because they're asking for
there.
what, 2 first rounders, and the speculation is they're asking for Mac and a first. It's like, you want Mac? Okay, we'll keep a first rounder for that. Yeah, sure.
Belichick's probably gonna draft a fucking guard in the first round anyway, so might as well trade it for Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus Christ, dude, I really hope they get Lamar because it seems like he does not want to be in Baltimore at all.
Yeah.
So please, dude, I don't know if I took me, Laganis, Owen, and Ploza in high school. We went to see him play BC. I think he had 7 touchdowns.
Oh my god,
it was insane. Like, we were right there. It was fucking awesome. Shout out Owen, Laganis, Ploza.
Operation Bring Lamar and Dame to Boston, New England.
Oh yeah, we'll pick him up. That's it. That's all we got. Thanks for sticking around. Another episode of Sideline. Remember, tune in every Wednesday at noon. Latest episodes. This channel is completely viewer supported, so please like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave your comments in the section below. Comment about Sam. What you missed about Sam? You know, do you want to see Dame in Boston? You know, all that good stuff. All right, we'll see you next week. That was good. I think that was my favorite episode we've done.